me show you where I live. So this is 10 minutes walk from my house where I'm staying right now. I'm gonna move very soon, but I'm walking my dog. And for how hard this was to move here, I'm proud of myself that I moved here. And you know, it's been, actually I thought that I've been here 8 months. It's almost been a year. It's 10 months now, 10 and a half. It's almost been a year. And I got my residency. I got my permanent residency, and it was not easy. Everything was not easy. But I'm sure that even if now I'm going through a rough time, I'm sure that God got me here for a reason, because if I wasn't meant to be here, I wouldn't be here. I remember when I planned everything to travel here with my dog, to move my whole life across from Italy to Central America. I remember that I had to do a lot of paperwork, especially for my dog. I have to do a lot of, I had to understand how organizing the travel. We had to get on so many planes, so many different flights, and it was not easy. But I was able to organize everything on my own, and it worked, because I remember we flew from, I'm actually gonna post a picture of how we flew. Like, I left Palermo, Sicily on my own with my dog, and we were having like a full-on trolley with his cage, with some of my luggage. The rest of the luggage I shipped, and it was hard. It was an experience. I did it on my own, and I'm so proud of myself, and I made it. Last day in Sicily. Actually, it's tomorrow, but yes, it's a beautiful morning. Good morning. Ah, 31st of December. What a beautiful day. We're going to the airport. So I feel like this moment is all for me. I am in Fiumicino, and I didn't know, but this is a beautiful, my mascara. That's my mascara. It's a beautiful seaside place. It's very cozy. It's winter. It's actually the 2nd of January, so it's winter and it's out of season, but it's beautiful. And we are enjoying our stay. I'm taking Spank for our last walk, and tomorrow we're flying to Amsterdam. And oh my God, I'm so happy. Like, this is what I live for. These huge changes and just shifts is what I live for. And I love that I'm doing this thing. I love the risk. I love the not knowing, but at the same time knowing that everything is gonna be amazing, because I feel it. I feel like I'm doing the right thing, that I couldn't wait, that I made the right decisions, and just so happy. So we're going for a walk here. We're going for a walk, and I am extremely happy. Andiamo, dai. Andiamo. Vai. Vai. Dai. Aspetta che qua. Andiamo, dai.
Il comandante dell'aeroporto. Are you crazy? So, we made it to Amsterdam. Me and my baby. We had some food. And it was long flight, long journey, and we're about to try this velvet cookie. Just a little bit. We had a burger, and tomorrow we're flying. Tomorrow we're gonna leave here at 4:30 or 5:30, something like that. Jesus Christ, what a journey. We will always remember this journey. Always remember this journey. We crossed Europe, and then we crossed the ocean. We went to America, and we're gonna go to Panama. We moved there. Good morning. We are in Amsterdam. Spanky, say hi. Spank. Ciao. We're ready to go. We're waiting for the cab, and we're gonna go to the airport. It's 5 in the morning, and we got out at 4. But we're ready to go. A bit tired. It's gonna be 11 hours flight to Houston. So let's go. Me and Spank, we arrived in Miami. Now we need to jump in a taxi somehow with all of this. Not sure how, but we're gonna manage.
Muy lleno con perrito y todo.
Estamos en Miami.
Él sabe que
Sí.
está de vacaciones.
Sì. Boh. Siamo chiusi fuori dall'Airbnb a Miami e non sappiamo come cazzo entrare, nessuno ci viene a aprire la porta, siamo in mezzo alla strada. Vabbè. It's me and Spank in Miami. I'm eating my smoothie bowl. I fed him his food, and he's here keeping me company, and we're having a great time. It's a bit cold. Yesterday was a very stressful day. Very. I cannot wait to be in Panama. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Che nessuno ci dà una mano. Io e Spank stiamo facendo il servizio di andare a prendere i nostri bagagli, trasferirli nella camera nuova. I am at Miami Airport. I'm about to drop off all of this. I'm going to the airport. Miami Airport. I just left Spank at the cargo, Copa Cargo. And I'm tired already. It's 9:30 in the morning. And I'm going to catch my flight from Miami to Panama. Hopefully todo va a salir bien, but I'm sure. Then I'm gonna get to my Airbnb, and then I will start to look for apartments, and then I will move into an apartment. Amore della mia vita, occhioni della vita mia. Andiamo a fare una passeggiata adesso, io e l'amore mio. Andiamo io e l'amore mio a fare una passeggiata? Sì? Sì, sì, adesso mamma ti prende. Mamma ti prende subito.
And it was a crazy, beautiful experience with me and him. I had a lot of anxiety because, you know, it was a long, like, we moved across the world, and my dog is already 8 years old, and, you know, I was not sure how that was gonna happen, but God brought us here, and now we're here. So, you know, I want to really celebrate myself for always believing in myself, because when I came here, my family was like, what are you doing? My friends were like, what are you doing? Why are you leaving Italy? You're gonna go alone, you're crazy. You know, nobody was supporting my choice but me. And now I'm here, I'm still standing, I'm alive, I still have a roof over my head, I have food on my plate, I'm with my dog, which is my family for now. So I'm very proud of myself, and I always dreamed of living in a tropical place. When I left Australia, I traveled a lot. I went to Indonesia, I went to Vietnam, I went to Japan, I went to New Zealand, I lived in Spain, I lived in the UK, I lived 5 years in Italy after the pandemic, and I was sure 100% that that was not the place where I wanted to be. And I made a decision, and I left, and I said, you know, I don't want to be here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get on the other side of the world, but eventually I did. The opportunity, everything aligned, and I did. And now I'm here and with him, and we're good, even though we're going through a very rough time, but we're here, you know, we made it. And it's almost a year. In January, it's gonna be a year. Half January, it's gonna be a year. So sometimes I contemplate, and I'm like, did I make the right choice? Will I ever find my husband here? Like, will I live the life that I always wanted to live? And the answer is yes, even though it hasn't manifested yet, but it is manifesting, even though I'm not seeing it clearly yet, but it is. So, you know, I'm proud of this, and I literally live in the Caribbean. I live in the Caribbean. I had times where when I was hating living in Europe, I really did. And now when I'm going through the challenging time, I kind of miss Europe, because of course it's where I was born. Even though I never had a sense of home, because, you know, I never did. But so I'm working on making here my home. I don't know where life is gonna take me. I don't know if maybe I will move to the US. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? But for now, I'm here in this beautiful place in the Caribbean, and I am enjoying, and I am so proud of myself. So don't give up on your dreams, even if everybody tells you that, what are you doing? You're crazy, you will never make it. You will. You will make it. Don't give up on your dreams, and everything will work out for you. And if you're meant to be where you want to be, you will be. So I hope this is an inspiration for you. And yeah, enjoy life even when times are tough. I'm enjoying right now. I don't know anything right now. I don't have any type of security, but I'm happy. I am. Bye. how pretty. This is the best. My dog is hunting for raccoons. This is the best time of night. It's so pretty. And so I come here at night and I just relax a little bit, and I think positive thoughts, and I just think about all of the things that I want. And even though I have some fear, but I know that I'm gonna manifest them. And sometimes I ask myself, how am I gonna do this? How they're gonna come to me? But those are not the questions that you should ask yourself. Those are not the questions that you should ask, because that is the universe, nothing to do with you. Here they have a beautiful skating path, and I want to go back into skating. So yeah, I'm enjoying my manifestation. I remember when I was in Sicily, and I was thinking, how am I gonna get here? How am I gonna get here? How am I gonna get here? And literally 2 months after I was thinking that, 2-3 months, I was sure of this manifestation. I was sure not even 2-3 months, I think not even 1 month, I manifested. And so I was thinking about this in Sicily when it was literally a year ago, it was not a year ago, it was more than a year ago. But I remember it was summer, it was August or July or August. So August, I was thinking about this, and September I manifested the opportunity, and literally like September, October, November, 2 months later I was here, like 0 time. And the opportunity manifested in the craziest way possible, but it did manifest it. And I was able to come here with my dog, and I still can't believe it. And I can't believe that it's been almost a year already. Oh, feels so good. So good. I always wanted to live in the tropics. I was living in the tropics in Australia, and when I left Australia, I thought, I wanted to live in the tropics. And now I live in the tropics. Now I live in the tropics. And it took nothing, like, it just manifested. I made a decision, I was done in Sicily, and it happened. I still remember, I have videos of the day that I was leaving. I'm probably gonna add some of them. When I was going to the airport with my dog, me at the airport alone, I was like, how am I gonna do this? I remember in Amsterdam, everything just fell off the trolley. Nobody was helping me. The taxi driver left us at 4 a.m. in the middle of the street. And I was with this huge trolley, my dog, the cage, the luggage. I didn't know how to move from the street. I was like, I need to get into the airport. And 2 Americans, a couple, they helped me to push the trolley into the airport. It was wild. It was wild, but it was so worth it. It worked out. Everything went so smooth. I was like, there's no way that, this is gonna happen. There's no way. Even though I had all the paperwork in order, I did all of the things that I needed to do. I did 1,000 copies. I took all of the safety measurements. I was like, this is not gonna, because my fear was a lot. I had a lot of fear, but my desire was way stronger than my fear. That's why I'm that's what I'm trying to tell you. My desire was way stronger than my fear, and that's why everything went smooth. And it's also because I was supposed to be here. I was supposed to be here. I was done with Italy. I was done with Sicily. I lived in the north, in Venice, where I'm from, and there was nothing there for me. Nothing emotionally, nothing spiritually, no growth. There was just old trauma, and I believe that was just a path of my life, but it was not the place where I was meant to be, to have my family, to manifest what I'm manifesting now. And I felt it inside always. And so I moved when it was 2020. I couldn't really leave Italy. I could, but oh my god, a huge mosquito. I couldn't really leave, and so I thought, okay, I'm gonna go to the south. And I went to the south of Italy. I was like, life is cheaper here, there's the sea, it's gonna be so much better. It was at the beginning, but then it wasn't. And so I had my experiences in Sicily. I stayed there for 3 years, and then I decided, that's it. I lived what I needed to live here, and that doesn't mean that the solution is always to leave. When things don't go right, the solution is to leave, but I really felt like it was not where I was meant to be. There was nothing anymore there for me. It was too small. It was too, the mentality, the youth. When I went to Australia, I opened my mind so much, and I couldn't fit anymore in Italy. I couldn't fit into the box. I couldn't fit into the small talk. I couldn't fit into the culture. I couldn't fit into the scarcity mind. I couldn't fit into the idea of the woman. I couldn't fit into not speaking up for things and not speaking up for yourself and just stay silent and accept things how they are. I've never been that way, and I will never be. And I remember when I was going out with some friends of the ex-partner, the one that I talked about in the video, in the coma video, people were literally talking about who drinks more. Because in Europe there's this culture, like it's so boring, they don't want to grow, that people are actually talking about who smashed their liver more. Like, I'm not kidding. I was sitting at a bar at night, and we were like 6-7 people, and literally I was looking down. I couldn't wait to go home. It was 3 a.m. Can you imagine this waste of life? They were talking about who drinks more, and they were all grown. Like, they were all grown people, 35, 38, 40, 42. And I couldn't believe I was sitting at that table. I was like, what am I doing here? I need to go. I need to leave. This is not my place. This is not my people. This is not my culture, even though I was born there. But it's just not my place, and I knew it. Now, I'm not saying that the place where I am now, the culture is like, because here it's very close-minded. There's very similar mentality, but here at least I feel like there's more space. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I can create, I can do more. Maybe I will not end up here. Maybe my family will not be here. I don't know. I really don't know. But I know that I'm supposed to be here, and I'm here, and even though it's challenging, and so many times I think in the worst times, I have times where I hate everything, but it's part of growth, it's part of adaptation, it's part of my spirit, it's part of my growth. And wow, it's beautiful. Look at this. It's part of who I'm meant to becoming. Oh my god, I think my dog just saw a raccoon. Yeah, I think I have to go, but you know, this is what it is. This is my experience. So yeah,